So hello students, we are meeting again in the second part of the video corrosion and its prevention, and I am your teacher Sudipta Nath. So today we are going to discuss about the classification of different types of corrosion. So on the basis of working temperature and on the basis of working environment, they are actually classified, the different types of corrosion. So on the basis of working temperature, we will classify them as low temperature corrosion and high temperature corrosion. And on the basis of working environment, we'll classify them dry or chemical corrosion, and secondly, wet or electrochemical corrosion. So in case of dry corrosion, mostly the air and obviously moisture which are present in the air that take the leading role. And in case of wet corrosion, the moisture, the humidity, the saline water, the electrolyte are the major medium in presence of oxygen, which may be present in the medium or maybe in the air, that will take part as an active agent in the corrosion. So in case of dry or chemical corrosion, what exactly happens? It occurs when oxygen in air reacts with metal without presence of liquid. It is very sensitive to temperature. Rate of dry corrosion varies from metal to metal. So as a result, the mechanism is involved. So definitely we cannot give any postulate or any such law that what is the rate of corrosion for any particular material. So it varies from metal to metal, alloy to alloy. And oxide layer on the steel and iron is known as rust, that we know very well. In aluminium, copper, oxide layer formed due to reaction with atmospheric oxygen, and hence it stops further corrosion, because the aluminum oxide or cupric oxide etc., when it is formed, then it creates an impenetrable layer at the top of that pure metallic material. So the humidity or the oxygen from outside will not get a chance to get in contact with the pure metallic material. So once the oxide layer of aluminium or oxide layer on copper is formed, that particular moment onwards, the corrosion reaction is stopped. Okay, the stopping known as passivation. So intentionally or unintentionally, the passivation occurs to protect that particular type of material like aluminium or copper for further corrosion. Now active corrosion occurs in case of steel, then magnesium, etc. Okay, now oxygen, when it comes in contact with the porous oxide layer, that is like magnesium, it creates magnesium oxide, and non-porous layer like aluminium, when that comes in contact, then definitely it creates alumina, which is very hard, you know very well, and it is non-penetrable or impenetrable type of material. Now do not think that this M plus O, MO is the sign of magnesium oxide. M means the metallic material, and O means oxygen, so it is creating metallic oxide. Now wet or electrochemical corrosion, what are that thing? It is electrochemical phenomena which occurs in galvanic cell, particularly when two metallic materials are in contact in a liquid. Okay, so liquid containing salt and electric potential is formed between the metals. In some cases, in single metals, when comes in contact with liquid or electrolyte, anode and cathode areas are created. When anode areas start corroding with respect to cathode areas, it is considered as wet corrosion. It is a very common phenomena. Specifically, for the region or the country like our country, where it is hot and humid mostly throughout the year. So lastly, we are having a comparative chart between dry corrosion and wet corrosion. What is dry corrosion? What is wet corrosion? What are the significance? What are the properties? What are the examples? So corrosion occurs in the absence of moisture in dry corrosion, whereas it occurs in presence of conducting medium like electrolyte. Secondly, it involves direct attack of chemicals on the metal surface, whereas in wet corrosion it involves formation of electrochemical cells. Thirdly, the process is slow for dry corrosion, whereas in case of wet corrosion, the process is rapid. Fourthly, corrosion products are produced at the site of corrosion in case of dry corrosion. For wet corrosion, corrosion occurs at anode but rust is deposited at the cathode. And lastly, the fifth point, the process of corrosion is uniform, but for wet corrosion it depends on the size of the anodic part of the metal. So these are all the comparative chart. In the next video, that is in the third video, we'll discuss about in detail about further topics and different types of corrosion, how to prevent that,